Today we're talking about falling for the money, millionaire status, or beauty trap and how to not do it. Have you ever dated someone that was just so, like a guy that was just so wealthy and good looking that you're like, wow, like it's a 10 out of 10, and I'm just like so into him. I'm just so attracted to him. And while that is wonderful, right? Like, I want you to attract someone who is your dream person. Let's talk today about the downside of that, like the trap, like the people who say, oh, you settle for money and now you have a horrible life, or you settle for beauty. It can be beauty in a man or in a woman, right? And now you suffer, like she's rude or he's a player, this like good looking six pack ab guy player, or he's like a wealthy narcissist. Okay, so let's talk about this today. First of all, let me know if you've ever been dating someone. Well, you're like, they are so attractive. They are, regardless if it's a woman or man, if you've been dating someone, they're so attractive, they are so good looking, and then maybe especially as a woman, you have been dating someone that has such a high status, high income, but then there were red flags, and you just ignored them. Everything in you wanted to ignore them. Let me know if you've been there. I'm gonna be the first one who raised their hand because I've been there. I've been there so many freaking times. And the worst part that I want to admit to you all is that I wasn't there only once. Hi, everybody. I wasn't there only once. And again, I'm speaking to both women and men. Let me know in the comments. Have you ever felt for somebody that was like, even maybe when you're a guy, you're dating a girl, she was so beautiful, but she was so toxic. She was so rude to you. Maybe you've been dating a guy and he was so good looking and so successful, but he kept making belittling comments. Yeah, let me know if this is what happened to you. Hi, everybody. So good to see you. You can put all the questions in the comments. Okay, it didn't happen to you. Okay, great. I'm happy for you that it didn't. But for so many people, it does. And also, it happened for me. And I'm kind of embarrassed to admit to you that I had so low standards for men, for my partner, that every time I kind of manifested like a higher quality person. And again, everybody is same quality in terms of value, but we all have our preferences, what we like. Like, for example, I would start off with just dating guys who were like homeless. I can't even like speak it out. Oh my god. Living with parents, even at age 40, c- um, not having a job, just letting the parents provide for them. And when I started attract leveling up my own money mindset to attract a higher quality person, um, I always had to remind myself, hey, you up leveled. You are the one that start attracting new level of partners. And it's not like a one-time luck, like, I don't know, winning in the lottery, where, wow, he has a job, now he can treat you badly. Like, no, and I'm sure most of you can't relate to this because it's like really ridiculously low. But maybe you can relate to this. There is a woman that's like so beautiful, like beautiful hair, beautiful face, beautiful skin, and she is rude. she is dismissive. She gives you one appointment, and then if you're not there, she just like doesn't care. She ghosts you. And so many men say, you know what? I'm just gonna take that shit because this is what it takes to be with a beautiful woman. No, guys, this is what it takes to be with a narcissist. Yeah. Only because someone is beautiful, it does not mean that you have to be treated bad, and vice versa. Maybe you dated somebody that, as a man, was very successful. He was a millionaire, and you, as a woman, you were like, wow, he is so good looking. He has muscles, he's masculine, he's a millionaire. But then he is making, he's flirting in front of you with the waitress, or he is making belittling comments. Yeah, you small little woman, you don't know, right? Like, you are just stupid. And I don't want you to oversee those red flags, because no, this is not what it takes to be with a successful, wealthy man. This is what it takes to be with a narcissist who puts you down. And I don't want you to oversee those red flags, because it's not worth it. Even if you tell me, and this is my values, this is what I teach my clients, this is how I coach my clients. I would, of course, you get to be with your dream partner, you get to find your top 1% woman or man, but not at the cost of being miserable. Because trust me, sooner or later, that status of the guy, success, good looks, are just not gonna be worth it. You're gonna feel so miserable that you're gonna be like, you know what? I think I much rather live in a shoebox alone with two cats for the rest of my life than take this shit. And then you're gonna create this belief, yeah, wealthy men, they are mean. No. The problem is that a lot of successful people, men, women, whatever success, not all of them, but there is a percentage of successful people, very beautiful women, very wealthy men that are narcissists. Yeah, not everybody is healthy, driven for success. Like, a lot of narcissistic people are very driven for success and being top 1% because they are filling a void of, I'm not good enough, so I have to become superior to be better than others. The problem is that they feel superior and then they put you down. Yeah, a healthy, successful person, a healthy millionaire, a healthy, beautiful woman will never put anybody down, will never be dismissing, feeling superior. She or he will be eye to eye. You are a human being, you're worthy no matter what, right? Like, even, like, let me give you an example. I've been always considered beautiful. No, like, I don't even want to say this word, but okay, people say I'm beautiful. I've been doing modeling. But if there's any person that maybe objectively someone would consider not beautiful, it wouldn't even cross my mind to feel superior in my head. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm a human being, you're a human being, we are all in this world, let's have fun. So you see the difference, that a successful person that's healthy is not going to feel superior, is not going to be narcissistic, is not going to put you down. So, no, stop listening to people telling you this is what it takes to be with a beautiful woman, this is what it takes to be with a wealthy man. Absolutely not. Because, again, as I mentioned, it's not worth it, and you're gonna feel so miserable, you're gonna be like, no, I much rather alone with two cats living in a shoebox than being with this successful, a what? Hello, everybody. So good to talk to you. And please just ask appropriate questions, otherwise, I would have to block you. Okay, so insults or inappropriate questions are going to be blocked. Give me a second, everybody, because we're gonna have to clean up this. Okay, and yes, please like if you enjoy it, if you resonate, and if you have any questions that are regarding to the topic that are respectful, I am more than happy to. I'm more than happy to read them. All right. So what was I saying? Yes, it's not going to be worth it. Hi Rosalie, so good to see you. It's just not going to be worth it, and this is not what you have to put up with. And then uh, I was like, one time, where was it? Like I was in Bali. Yeah, you guys know I've been doing a world tour, and I've been like in Bali a lot too. And then there was like this one couple I talked to, and the guy was like, "Oh, from Germany. I'm also in Germany." Okay, and the guy was like, my wife, she is so smart, and yeah, but I chose her. I was dating someone else. She was very beautiful, but then she was toxic, so I prefer like a smart woman over a beautiful woman. So literally, his wife was sitting next to him, and my jaw just dropped. I was like, did did what? Did you just say it? Like, did you just freaking say it in front of your wife? Like, you're implicitly saying that your wife is ugly? Like, I mean, that was first of all rude to say, but then the second thing that came to my mind is like, yeah, because people literally believe that. Like, people believe that being with a top 1% person, being with your dream person has a cost that you don't want to pay. But then, is it fair to settle? Is it fair to settle and marry a woman that you literally insult in front of someone else and be like, yeah, yeah, I did need a beautiful woman? Like, imagine I would just like marry a guy who has no money and be like, you know, he has a good heart and he is also handsome. So all the guys with money, they are narcissists or they are just going to be mean and cheating. So at least I'm with him. Like, isn't that an insult? If I would talk about my man like this, I would settle for, I mean, unless you don't care, like, don't get me wrong. If you don't care if the guy has money, fine. If you don't care if the woman, like, if your woman is beautiful enough for you, fine. Like, unless you don't care, but then you don't speak stuff like that. But let me know in the comments, wouldn't that be an insult? If I told, like, I'm like in a party and there are couples, I'm like, yeah, I settled for him because, he's broke, but he has a good heart. He has, yeah, he is loyal. Like if I was a man, I would feel so insulted. And if I was this woman sitting there listening, yeah, I chose my wife because she's smart. I don't want any beautiful toxic one. I would feel so insulted too because I believe that we all want to be seen as smart, as successful. Like I believe that thank you everybody. All you guys are coming from all over the world. New Zealand, on the beach. How nice is that? I believe we all want to be considered as beautiful or good enough or successful enough. I don't believe that you should be dating somebody and be with somebody that isn't good enough for you. Like, if you literally don't believe that this woman is beautiful, why would you marry her? Just to settle and insult her later? Because you have to believe that all beautiful women are toxic? That's not true. Not all beautiful women are toxic. Narcissists are toxic. Yeah, toxic people are toxic. Yeah, thank you so much for the likes. You guys are amazing. Okay, and same for women. You know, as a man, you deserve to be seen as successful. Yeah, as a man, you deserve to be seen with respect. And if there's a woman that respects what you're doing and sees that you are waking up in the morning, and it doesn't matter if you're a millionaire or not, but she sees that you're waking up in the morning, you're going to the gym or you're not going, but she sees that you're putting in the hours and she respects you for that. This is what you deserve as a man. And also, ladies, you deserve to be with someone that you can respect. And for some of you, it will be a millionaire, but for some of you, it will be a guy who is just hardworking. And that is beautiful. But settling and then saying, yeah, I settled for him because successful or beautiful people are toxic, that's not right. And yeah, and the second point is, you know, I don't want you to use social media as your kind of like standard, because a lot of the times men watch, you know, the you know what they watch, right? And then you compare with everyday women, yeah? And then you say, yeah, these all average women are not beautiful. Why don't you just see the beauty in women? Yeah, and same is with kind of like I have clients who come to me who say, I want like a 22-year-old guy who is a millionaire and he's going to be dating me and he's going to pay for everything because I saw it on social media. Okay, but like, can we just look at the men that are out there? It's kind of, unless he inherited the money, a 22-year-old man, he probably didn't even finish college. Like, how can you expect so much from a man just because you saw it on social media? So, of course, you get to be with someone successful, but can you also see the success in a man? Can you also appreciate the hard work? And I know we live in a world where it's like, oh, I'm entitled to that because I saw the beautiful girl on social media, so my wife should be like this. Oh, I saw all the millionaires. And again, I'm not saying you don't get to be with a beautiful person, but I'm just saying that you get to see beauty, you get to see success already in real life. And you don't have to compare with social media because social media is often not real. It is often fake. Yeah. So I don't know how to explain this to you guys because I think this can be misunderstood, and this is not my intention. I'm not intending to tell you to settle. Honestly, the opposite is true. Like, I want you to be with a dream person, but I also want you to find the balance, not the entitlement of 1 second. Mhm. Okay, so I want you to find a balance, not the entitlement of I'm gonna have this and this and this because I saw it on somebody's social media channel. Maybe it's even AI, but also not like settling because you like for somebody, even the opposite of what you want, like a super unattractive woman or a very broke guy who doesn't get up in the morning, who plays video games the whole day. I want you to be balanced, and what would be you balance? We can figure that out in a free love audit call. So you can reach out to me. The link is in my description box or in my bio if you desire support on your dating journey. But I do want you to be balanced in terms of, okay, I don't settle because of some kind of limiting beliefs, but I'm also seeing the human, yeah, and not just like going for the checklist. And again, I'm gonna repeat that because a lot of people are going to misunderstand me. I want you to go for the balance. Yes, we still look a little bit at the checklist. Okay, what do I want? But also we don't settle. Okay. Anyways, so let's continue with the topic. Let me know, guys, if you have any other questions. If you have any other question, please stay on the topic. So again, let's recap quickly. You get to be with your dream partner, with your dream person. And if you have the belief that it comes with a cost, it comes with pain, sooner or later you're gonna be like, I'm so miserable. I don't want to have anything to do with wealthy men, high status men. I don't want to have anything to do with beautiful women because I'm so miserable. I'm going to settle now. But this is not a solution. Marrying someone and insulting them later that I settled, and kind of like telling you for all the friends that you settled for this ugly girl or for this broke guy is not an option. Yeah. Because as I mentioned, some people like on purpose take the opposite because they overcompensated. If you ever encounter a person who's a narcissist, a person who's toxic, a person who hurt you, their beauty is not tied with that. Their success is not tied, like untied. Don't throw the baby with the bathwater. There are beautiful, amazing women who are kind. There are amazing, successful men that are kind. And only because you had the experience, it does not mean that this is all people are like this. Thank you so much. You guys are sweet. Okay, so only because you had the experience of being hurt, you don't have to throw the baby with the bathwater. You get to be with your dream person. You get to be with someone who does fit you, no negotiable in the checklist. Again, I talk about this in my course, How to Date a Millionaire. It's for women though, like that course, but technically everybody can use that. It's like you create a list, a love list, and then I want that's why I talk about balance, because I want you to focus on the known negotiables and really be clear what are non-negotiable without entitlement. Like, be just honest with yourself. What are my non-negotiables and what are negotiable points? Yeah. So of course, you get to be with someone that's your dream person that checks like that at no negotiable list. And no, you don't have to pay the price for it. I know that in our world, we are just told and taught that, you know, if I want to have money, I also have to pay the price. I need to suffer. But that's another topic. I've been rewiring my own business, my own ways of living and earning money, also not only relationships, where it's like, okay, I'm working, I'm suffering, but where's the limit? How do you scale that? How do you scale a business where you're overworking and suffering? Like, you're just gonna get such a burnout, and I've been there actually. I've been there. I'm still recovering. So untangling that. You don't have to suffer to scale your business. You just scale it. You don't have to suffer to have higher standards to attract better partner. You don't have to pay a price. And again, it's not going to be worth it anyways. But that little belief changed my life. And I know it's like, for some people it's like obvious, but for me it wasn't, because I've been so conditioned that If I want a successful man, I have to take his put downs and insults. Just an example. Or you might be thinking, if I move a beautiful woman, and you'll be surprised. Actually, I had a phase, I have to admit that, like, evil phase. I had a phase where I started being a little bitch when dating. I was really mean girl. I did that for a couple months, and then I realized I'm not a narcissist. I can't be mean to people. Like, I've got to stop that. But I did try that side of me, that flavor of just being mean, and I was just shocked that 99% of men would take my shit just to go out with me, just to I don't know, hoping for something more. But I was like, how in the world? Like, where are the high value men? Like, why would you take that, guys? Like, why would you take that shit? Like, again, women and men have both the belief that we have to pay a price and suffer. Like, what? So, anyways, I myself changed later because I was like, I just can't be mean like that. I'm collecting negative karma here. Plus, it just doesn't feel good to me. If someone has empathy, right? Like, you don't want to hurt anybody. But when we recap, yes, you do not have to take pain or whatever that's out of the line to be with this person. It's not worth it anyways. So keep your boundaries, keep your standards, and just see the human behind it, yeah, and attract an amazing person that's also loving and kind. And every single testimony that you see on this YouTube channel with my clients, and I'm really proud of that. I am so proud of that. Every single testimony that you see from women getting married, they're not paying to millionaires, they are not paying a price. They married healthy men who treat them like a queen, who hold them, carry them on their hand. They do not pay a price for that. And I'm so proud of being a coach that was able to lead those women towards that. That they've been able to attract, date, and marry top 1% men while being actually happy, while being in a healthy relationship, while being treated kind and with love. And again, I wish the same thing for men too, because we're not against each other. It's a win-win. Men deserve also to be with the dream woman and be happy and be treated kind. Okay, so if you're respectful and you wanna say something in the comments, I am excited to read your comments. Stay on the topic though, please. And let me know. Let me know if you had this experience. Let me know if you, if you ever, in any life area, if you ever felt like, I have to sacrifice, I have to suffer. And I get it. We've all been there probably. But once you're in the space of expansion, yeah, I'm right now in the space of expansion of my life where you want more love, more money. I don't know about you guys, but there's a limit of, for me at least, hardworking, suffering, hours, and like I just can't expand like that, right? Like if I want to expand my life, have more love, more beauty, more health, more everything, I had to detangle that hard work and suffering and from it. Because first of all, I don't want to be miserable, and secondly, you can extend and scale your life like that. Like you're just gonna be stuck, unfortunately. Okay, so and what was I saying? Yes, I'm also very proud. All of my clients who you see the testimonials on this YouTube channel, they are in healthy relationship with top 1% men, And no, they don't have to pay a price. 100% not. And you don't have to either. And if you ever see yourself being with someone or dating someone where they're like a 10 out of 10, but then a narcissist putting you down, feeling like they're better than anyone else, you don't have to settle for that. And you also don't have to go for the opposite. These two things don't go together. These are two separate hands, right? Like they just don't go together. You don't have to be um miserable to be with your dream person. Someone said last year I was with a girl who I thought was my soulmate. Then one day she took my money and left. But she left my Xbox. Thank God she left the Xbox. Yeah, I'm really sorry you went through that. Yeah. And that's why I also encourage you all, not only women, you all, to date, which means get to know the person, get to know the person as a person, get to know their personality. Yeah, I am a huge fan of men being the provider because it makes a man feel like a man, like even I as a woman, like when I move my little sister or cousin, when I pay, I just like feel like, the bigger sister. Like you're just proud to do that. However, when you get to know someone, you don't know if she is your partner, your soulmate, yeah, wait until you provide. Wait until you give her the money. There's no rush. Get to know the person as a woman and as a man. Someone says she looks sleepy. Yeah, I'm actually really sleepy, guys. I'm really sleepy. I slept so little last night, I think 4 or 5 hours. And it's here in Germany, it's already 10 p.m. But this is more fun than Netflix for me, if you can imagine. Going on live, talking to you, it's just life giving. So when I'm sleepy, I'm coming on live. Like I'm not looking maybe my best. You guys figure that out, but that's fine. Okay, but okay. So, um, when you're dating, what was I saying? When you're dating, get to know the person. Someone is asking you German, do you recommend Oktoberfest? Believe it or not, I grew up in Germany and I never went to Oktoberfest. Like I have family of friends who went, but I just didn't because I don't drink alcohol and I'm just like not a fan of beer, I just don't drink that stuff. I might go one day though, just for curiosity. But because I know Germany, they have like those small Oktoberfests in every city, like not only Munich. I'm living up north, not in Munich. So yeah, I mean, you just have music, some beer, some people to hang out with. So they replicated like small copies in all cities, but to the original in Munich, I haven't been. I just don't um, drink beer. If I can speak German, yeah, German is my best language. I'm fluent. I grew up in Germany. Hi, wie geht's euch? Soll ich jetzt auf Deutsch sprechen mit euch? Should I make German content? I can. I was thinking about that actually. So if I have many people listening from Germany, I might be doing a little bit of German content. Yeah. What do you coach? Okay, that's a good question. So I'm a dating, relationship, and life coach. And I also am trauma informed. So I can help with traumas, and I am a somatic healer, which means I can go deep into your subconscious to help you release blockages. So This channel in general, my marketing is focused on dating and relationship, but I'm going to tell you that I have clients that I helped in all life areas, because this education that I have and expertise from now over 6 years full time as being a coach can be used for all life areas, right? But let's stay with the dating and relationship example. One of my clients who recently got married, she had that blockage, like internal blockage, that she's going to be controlled by her man, and that's why she wouldn't marry. And we worked through that and we made sure she will find a man that doesn't control her. Simple, right? You can literally say this in like 2 sentences, but we really had to go deep in her subconscious to undo that. And for a lot of men, for example, and it's not just the subconscious work and mindset work, like you really have to find the right person. And a lot of men would like come to tell me, I'm scared that the woman will take advantage of me, I'm scared to lose my money, I'm scared of this and this. So we just like work through those things. First of all, you don't have to pay anything until you know the person. Like, yes, filter out the person, find your woman that you openly want to proudly take care of her. And secondly, the mindset. Yeah. Mindset of, okay, are you in scarcity mindset or abundant mindset? Like, what if this relationship makes you so happy that you earn 100 times more from that? You just like have this inner fuel. So, yes, I'm a dating, relationship, and life coach, and I help you attract your dream partner and have a beautiful, fulfilling relationship. But honestly, this is too humble. Like I can just tell you, since last 6 years, I've been helping my clients in all life areas: work, having better jobs, um, business, yeah, mindset. Because my education allows me to like touch on many topics. Um, yeah, you guys can check out my testimonials. There are like testimonials, quite many. I'm going to Berlin tomorrow for work, but have 3 days where I'm free. Where should I go? Oh man, this is not on topic. You can Google nice places in Berlin. Berlin is beautiful. It's a city in Germany. All right. So fun to hang out here. So yeah, let's wrap up quickly and then I have to go. Guys, it's late. Like it's okay, it's 10 p.m. So what is the wrap up of the lesson of this video? First of all, send it to anybody that's like dating a beautiful girl but is like mistreated. Send them this video. And send it to any woman that is like with her dream man because he is like good looking or he is wealthy, but then he doesn't commit or he puts her down, he mistreats her in whatever way. Send this to her, because this belief, I'm just so done with it. I'm so done with that within myself. I'm so done seeing it in anyone else. Like, we're no longer gonna do that. We're no longer gonna be in relationships and then be suffering through that. Like, you don't have to do it, and you're raising that floor. If you are sharing that with me, if you're here with me, you're raising that floor. Yeah, and we are also eliminating bad behavior from this world together, which is what we need to do. Okay. Number two, so and number two, you get to be balanced. You get to go for your checklist, but you also get to see humans for who they are. You get to also have humility, just like you guys have humility with me. I'm tired today, and that's okay, right? Like, you get to also have balance, and you get to go for your non-negotiables, and the negotiables when you're dating, you get to have humility with that. Okay, 1 second. Thank you for your videos and helpful tips. Can I describe my relationship problem to you in general terms? You can send me an email. I can make a whole video about this, anonymously, of course, for you. Hi from Ireland. Wow, we're people all over the world. But anyways, you can send me an email to ellie.taylor.coach@gmail.com. I'll put my email in the description box, and you can just send me your situation, and I will anonymously talk about this problem in another video, okay? Yes, yes, I'm German. Like, it's so crazy how you guys keep asking that. Yes, I'm German. Okay, so if you want me to make German videos, you have to let me know in the comments. Okay, so we had number one step, number two, and then there was something else I wanted to say, but I think I forgot. So what was that? Give me a second. Yeah, number two was like you get to go for your checklist, but you also get to have humility. Oh, now I know what was number three. And number three was you still have to be a match for what you want. I know we live in a world where we're all entitled of I want someone who has a six pack. Okay, are you fit yourself? Are you a match? I want someone who is smart. Do you read? Are you smart yourself? I want someone as a woman who is wealthy. Are you working on your money mindset? They tell you guys that I started attracting millionaire men or millionaire girlfriends, just like money, not because that was my goal. I did my money mindset work. I worked so much on multiple businesses. Yeah. So I started becoming a match for money. I started being abundant. I started being, yeah, just simply a match to abundance. And this is how people started to feel comfortable around me that had money. I even had this feedback from one guy that I was dating. And actually, the feedback came more often. You're different, Ellie, because usually women are just like putting you up for the pedestal, or they just can't handle it. And you seem to just be so comfortable with this topic, with this wealth, with this amount of money. Yeah, I am. I am because I'm a match for that. Yeah. So that's why also in my course, Call in Your Millionaire, it's like millionaire, right? Like it's like it's a course for women mainly, but I'm teaching you to call in your own million. And yes, it can eventually come through your man and you will become a match for a millionaire, but it's not coming from a place of entitlement. It's coming from a place of you've got to be a match to something. If you want something, you have to be a match for it. Yeah. And sometimes it takes a little bit of work. Yeah, it takes investment of time, energy, and money, of being coached, of going to the gym, of sitting down and working hours on your business. So many people are like, seeing me traveling the world, chilling my life, having passive income, and be like, oh my God, like, how did you get there? Like, you know what I did in my early 20s? Yes, I didn't go to parties. I was building my business. I was studying money mindset. I was doing my inner work. I was paying thousands of euros and dollars to coaches to help me with my money mindset, with my relationship, with my personal development. And I just happened to rip the fruits earlier than other people in life because I started earlier. Yeah. So if you want something, it's definitely available to you, but you've got to put in the work. And sometimes just working harder is not sometimes working harder is not the solution either. I want you to move your hands and feet, yeah, but I often talk about mm, you reaching something 10 times faster. Like people that know me, once I started doing this inner work, they're like, how did you like catapult yourself in a so different dimension so quickly? Because it's not only about work harder, it's about changing your identity, it's about changing the mindset, changing the energetic frequency. That's why I'm also like, always working with somatic subconscious accessing, with tr- access, releasing the traumas also keep us stuck in certain pattern. So yes, you get to work, but it's not about working harder. It's about, instead of walking, taking an airplane. And I'm happen to be an expert to get there, and I'm just so grateful I have this knowledge for myself. Like the first motivation to learn this was for myself, because I was like, I want to get the results fast, because I want to live an amazing life really early in my life. Like I want to, and I literally, this was my lifestyle last year. Um, I mean, it still kind of is. It's just I decided to work more, because how much can you just like chill on the beach and drink coconuts? But like I just took a whole year off. I was just traveling the world. Yeah, now I'm kind of bored of that, so I'm back here. I'm gonna do more content. But you know what I mean, right? Like those results, those results don't come just through hard work. You have to change your identity. That's why a lot of my clients struggle with dating for decades. And then they come to me, whatever, mid 30, mid 40, mid 50, mid 70 even. And then they transform, and everything, the money transformed, the relationship transformed. One of my clients, she got married at age 75, and she was like, why didn't I hire you like decades ago? Okay, I'm sorry, I was not born yet, first of all. And secondly, and secondly, it's never too late. Okay, so it's never too late. Yeah. And I'm so happy for her that she found her happiness and transformation at age 75, but it also breaks my heart, because I wish she found that earlier. And it breaks my heart for everybody who is like, I'm just gonna stay stuck in my pattern until I'm like 75, or worse, until I'm like dead. Like you don't even know what the world has up for you, how much love, how much abundance, how much money, and you're just like choosing to believe that this is how far it gets. Not in my world. And you guys know, like I used to feel so miserable about myself, that I came from so low. Like I had such a low self-worth. I would attract so horrible men. I would like get so sick. My money mindset was like so freaking bad. And I was just like, why am I such a rock bottom? It's like everything is just a freaking mess. But now when I look back, it was such a blessing, because I was forced to take action, to learn, and to especially learn how to catapult myself into success really quickly, because I was just so miserable, you know. And the same techniques, the same everything, like the same techniques, the same systems is what I'm using with my clients in the last 6 years. That's why they have so rapid transformations. And same technique is what I'm using now for expansion, expanding my life, receiving more love, more money. And these are not linear, ordinary results. Yes, I had a client who married at 75, and she was like, I've never been happier. Like the stories that she told me, TMI, that showed like, she worked with me when like 5 years ago though. I do have her testimonial still. Like when she told me like the TMI stories, like love moments, I was like, it's a young human, young woman, I was like, what? You're never too old. You're just never too old to become happy. I mean, that was just insane. Like this client, she inspired me. I was like, if I'm 75, I'm gonna be her. Like, not giving up, transforming my life, fighting, loving the life. Like, if I don't have love, I will find love, whatever. Like, it's never too late. So many of us give up, not at 75, we give up at, like, I don't know, 25. Oh, I'm old. I'm gonna stay here where I am until I die because, life, this is just how good it gets. Yes, we are live. Someone said, I want to get married at 75. I mean, yeah, you get to get married earlier also. All right, everybody. So let me just quickly block any disrespectful comments. So if you want to comment, you've got to be respectful. Like, what is this algorithm doing? So give me a second, everybody, because I need to get rid of these comments so that the algorithm stops sending me people like that. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for watching. And if you desire support on your dating relationship journey, if you would like to talk to me one-on-one, if you would like to reach out for a free love audit call, you can book it in the description box or in my bio. If you would like to share with me your situation, your story anonymously, you can send me an email, okay? ellie.taylor.coach at gmail.com. The email is also in the description box. And yeah, if you're a woman and you're dating, I highly suggest you check out my courses, okay? The How to Date a Millionaire course is my best-selling course for dating in terms of the A to Z, how to attract the top 1% dream man that is also healthy. This is a live stream, guys, like, and I don't have any courses yet for men. If you guys want any, you let me know. And otherwise, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, send it to anybody that might be settling right now, either rejecting their dream partner, settling for like someone that they later insult, or they are going for who they want, the good parts, but then taking their bad behavior, and they're like, yeah, this is what I have to do. Like, no. And I'm gonna make one more video, probably like a follow-up video about communication, because sometimes people are not narcissists, sometimes people are not toxic, but when you are dating, when you're together, there are behaviors that that are disturbing. You know what I mean? Like sometimes and this is the guidance that I do for couples that come to me and also my clients who get engaged, where we learn to communicate our needs, our desires, and the other person is growth mindset. And it's not about changing your authentic self, but let me give you an example. You are trying to go to bed at 10 p.m. and like your woman is like having a party and live streaming and super loud, and the desk is in the bedroom, right? Like you see that could be a problem. And then is she toxic? No. Would the guy right now be toxic, wanting peace at 10 p.m.? No. But it has to be communicated. So in a healthy way, right? So I'm gonna do another video about that. And if you have any other requests, tell me in the comments, send me an email. And I see you in the next one. Bye bye.